If you're a freelancer, you definitely know the feeling, right? That constant hustle, always hunting for the next project, and forever racing against the clock. But what if I told you the entire playbook is changing? In this explainer, we're going to dive into how AI automation is just completely rewriting the rules, letting smart freelancers deliver way more value, earn more money, and get back their most precious resource, time. Okay, so here's the classic problem, the one every single freelancer smacks into eventually. There's a hard ceiling on your income, and it's there for one simple reason. There's a hard limit on your time. You can only take on so many projects, write so much code, or design so many logos in a day. It's a natural bottleneck that just chokes off your growth.
And let's be real for a second. How much of that precious time is actually spent on, well, low-value repetitive stuff? You know, drafting the same kind of email over and over, summarizing long research docs, or just juggling your schedule. This isn't the creative, strategic work clients pay top dollar for. No, this is the busy work that drains your energy and puts a cap on what you can earn.
But here is the good news. A huge shift is already happening. Freelancers are starting to work smarter, not just harder. I mean, look at this. Almost half of us are already using AI to just shatter that time barrier. This isn't some sci-fi future we're talking about. This is the competitive edge that people are building right now.
And just look at the money. This isn't about shaving a few minutes off your day here and there. We're talking about a massive 40% increase in hourly earnings for freelancers who bring AI into their work. That is a game-changing number that really separates the simple task takers from the high-value strategic partners. So how do you actually make that shift? Well, the key is to stop thinking of AI as some kind of replacement and start seeing it as your partner. Think of it as a tool that's built to handle all the grunt work, which frees you up to focus on what you're actually great at: strategy, creativity, and building amazing client relationships. And let's be super clear about what we mean by AI-powered automation. This is not about a robot coming to take your job, not at all. It's about you, the freelancer, delegating all the tedious, predictable tasks to a system that you control. You're still the strategic brain of the whole operation. Your AI partner is just executing the busy work perfectly every time. You can really see the difference when you put the two mindsets side by side. The old way, you're a task taker, billing by the hour for manual labor. The new way, you become a strategic partner. You use automated workflows to get results faster, and you start pricing your services based on the incredible value and the outcome you provide, not just the hours you put in. Okay, this all sounds great in theory, right? But the big question is always, how? How do you build this AI partner if you're not some kind of master coder? Well, let's bridge that gap from theory to reality. Let's look at a real platform that can become your personal automation engine. Meet n8n. Think of it as a workflow automation tool that mixes old-school step-by-step automation with the new-school decision-making power of AI. So what that means is you can build a process that doesn't just do tasks, but actually uses AI to analyze tasks, make judgments, or generate content all as part of the flow. And it's designed to be super flexible, so pretty much anyone can jump in and use it. Now, when you stack it up against the other big players, two things really jump out for freelancers. First, the cost. As you start automating more and more, n8n is way more affordable. You're not getting hit with a giant bill just for being more efficient. And second, you have the option to self-host. This gives you total control over your client data, which, trust me, is a massive selling point for any client who cares about security. I absolutely love this quote from someone in the community because it just nails the whole spirit of it. The platform gives you the power and the pieces, but it's your imagination that really unlocks what's possible. It's about seeing a problem in your day-to-day work and knowing you have the tools to actually go and solve it. So how do you build with this thing? Forget about complicated code. Seriously, the best way to think about it is like you're building with digital Legos. Each little block is called a node, and each node does one specific thing, like reading a new email, talking to an AI model, or pinging a message to Slack. You just connect these nodes on a visual screen to map out your entire process. It's that simple. And every single workflow you've built, no matter how complex, breaks down into this simple three-part structure. First, you set a trigger. That's the event that kicks the whole thing off, like a new form submission on your website. Then, you define the logic. This is the brain that decides what to do next. And finally, you create the action, the specific task you want the workflow to actually do, like adding that new lead to your CRM. Now, that logic step, that's where the real magic happens. This is where you can plug in what's called an AI agent. Think of it like a little autonomous worker living inside your workflow. For example, it could read an incoming email, analyze the tone, and decide if it's urgent enough to flag for you. It's powered by AI, so it understands context, makes decisions, and can even use other tools to get stuff done, all by itself.
Okay, so you've automated your own busy work. That's awesome. That's a huge win right there. But the real playbook shift happens when you turn this new skill you have into brand new, high-value services for your clients. This is how you stop just saving time and start actively generating new money.
And look, these aren't just vague ideas. This is what the most successful freelancers are already doing. You could start small by selling AI add-ons to your current services. Then maybe you level up and become an automation consultant, building these exact workflows for other businesses. You could even build AI-powered digital products or offer super in-demand skills like prompt engineering. The possibilities are huge.
And this all leads us back to the most critical point. When AI and automation make you way, way faster, billing by the hour actually punishes you for being good at your job. The new model has to be value-based pricing. You charge for the incredible outcome you deliver, like saving a client 20 hours a week, not the 2 hours it took you to build the workflow that does it.
So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with a question to chew on. As you're thinking about how to grow your freelance business, how to finally break through that income ceiling, just consider this. Maybe the next team member you need to bring on board isn't a person you hire, but a powerful, intelligent workflow that you build yourself.